Mr. Ahmed Al Ibrahim is a Saudi political analyst and U.S.-Saudi relations expert. He is now joining us live from Riyadh. Mr. Al Ibrahim, good to see you again and welcome. Why does Iran bypass all the other countries in the region and reach out to Europe, Turkey and Russia for talks? Where does that leave the UAE, Oman, Saudi Arabia? And what role can they play actually in diffusing tensions?
First of all, thank you and good to see you again. I'm sorry the internet connection is a little bit unstable. I believe you just said why Iran is bypassing the most of the region, and actually they're heading to Europe and some other countries to lobby. I believe that Iran is at a desperation stage, that they are trying to do everything possible in order basically to raise a campaign against Israel. None of these countries in Europe does matter, let alone the GCC country or the Arabian countries. It does not have an influence or the right proper channels to Israel in order to basically make a decision regarding the Iranian file or the Iranian requests. The whole negotiation with Iran relies on what they can satisfy President Trump and his requirement in order basically to hold back Israel from attacking Iran. The only country in the world that actually hold the leash on Israel is the United States. Iran has been giving so many chances, in my opinion, and they are not coming to the table to be clear on the international mandates in order to dismantle the nuclear sites they have. And there is a problem that, if they don't continue with that, as we can see, Israel and the United States are building up their capability in order to do the big strike. We still don't know. It is basically a scenario of taking them by surprise. We're going to see that in the coming few days, unless Iran makes a breakthrough in order basically to sit and communicate with everybody that matters regarding the nuclear, cooperation with the United States.
Mr. Al Ibrahim, I'll go back to my question again. What role do you think the UAE, Oman, and Saudi Arabia can play to diffuse tensions in the region?
Listen, the relationship between Saudi Arabia and Iran is just a freshly new relation that has been over little bit over a year. So the synergy, the trust, the mandates, the belief, it's there, but it's not to the point that actually that Iran can rely on, to be honest with you. Even though we've seen Saudi Arabia, what they've done with the Syrian file, but still it's not applicable on the Iranian situation. Regarding UAE and Oman, I think it is just a platform in negotiation between the United States and the Iranians. So there is not that much influence that you would think that they can bring to the table. There's two people that is in charge of this and this charge of this negotiation. It's the Iranian regime and the United States. So they probably could use any kind of country that is comfortable for both countries, could be Oman, which has been, the long legacy for Iran to hold these meetings in Oman, or UAE. As far as to push that big influence or any of these current countries that you mentioned to be a kind of guarantor to Iran, it is a bigger mandate than the GCC countries in order to execute that.
Mr. Al Ibrahim, finally, United Nations nuclear watchdog says centrifuge workshop damaged in Israeli strikes at Iran's Isfahan nuclear site. We all know that is Israel's objective, but tell us the significance of Iran targeting the port city of Haifa in Israel, very quickly.
Okay, so basically Iran had a very great ballistic missile program. I remember when they attacked in Saudi Arabia in Abqaiq, it was a precise ballistic missiles. So they are advanced, but they don't have this capabilities. At this stage, they are launching fewer missiles into Israel with a precise target in order to take the fear scare onto the into the Israeli government and the Israeli people. However, the sustainability for the Iranian regime to actually shoot these kind of ballistic missiles in the long term or the short term is going to be impossible. They don't have the quantity that actually they can cover the geographical area of Israel, but it shows that the Iranian actually has some intelligence on a specific targets. They are trying to make a bigger impact on the Israel as much as the Israelis. They are basically bombing the hell of the Iranian sites, on the contrary. But Iran is showing a little bit muscle, hoping that, they can bring the Israeli government to their sense a little bit. But we all understand this is a short-term breath for the Iranians by shooting these missiles, and very soon they're going to run out of these kind of capabilities.
All right, Mr. Ahmed Al-Ibrahim is a Saudi political analyst and also U.S.-Saudi relations expert. Mr. Al-Ibrahim, good to see you. Thank you for talking to us today.